Are you listening?
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. I got me some water.
You know, you need to start putting your water through a filter, a coffee filter.
Yeah. I had my cup of coffee. I had a cup of coffee this morning. Though.
Why have one when you can have two?
True. Well, I have two. We can have three.
Mind blown. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Dark Master Gaming Hillbilly and everybody in chat. What's up? How are you doing today, Dark Master?
I'm doing all right. How about y'all?
Doing pretty good so far. How are you doing, Hillbilly?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, you had a fun stream this morning.
Yeah, I did. I got through 10 games in about an hour.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's real good.
Mm-hmm. Say hello to people in chat. We got Time Capsule. Hey, yo. Hey,
yo.
Time Capsule. You're amazing. Dark Raven, we'll get to your show bit in just a second. But hello, Dark Raven. Mrs. Hillbilly. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry, I did not get your picture of the day thing today. Like, I already had the picture of the day selected before I saw yours. So tomorrow I'll use it. Yeah. But it is an amazing day. It's a good day. It's time to chill. If you want to find sweet Magic the Gathering swag like dice bags, you can go to carnzertopia.com. At carnzertopia.com, you can find sweet Magic the Gathering dice bags like this one. It will support the channel. Super fast tortoise. Go check it out. You get the lapel pins. Whoop, whoop. You get salty ones. You get nifty sarcasm ones. You got this school D20 skull version. And I believe today's the last day that you can get this pin for $5. $5. Yeah, that's a pretty cool pin. I really like it. I think it's awesome. Go check it out. And Hillbilly's showing off his dice bag. Whoop, whoop.
Nice. It says dang blanket on it.
Yeah, dang blanket.
Yeah. Stasis Orb.
Hey, howdy. I'm on my phone right now, so because I'm out and about. But I figured I'd tune in.
Cool.
All right. Well, tune in as you can. We're kind of recovering a topic. Oh, hello. Handsome face.
Doggos. Walking the doggies.
Woo.
Walking dogs.
Walking the dogs. Walking the dog. Yeah. Yeah. So today's topic is kind of rehashing one we did a couple days ago, but I want to dive deeper into it. I haven't got things pulled up ready for it.
Nope.
But it's about defining the topic. But before we get to define the topic, you know what time it is.
I do.
I'm waiting for it, Hillbilly. You know what time it is?
Is it?
Not yet, but it's time for the card of the day.
Card of the day.
I'm back. I'm backwards.
You're good. Yeah. Cryptic Command is the card of the day because we've talked about it so many times and how they made a textless version of it. I should have gotten the textless version to show off, but I didn't because there's a lot of text in here I want to be able to read. So this costs a generic 3 blue. It's instant. It says choose 2 options out of 4. 1, you can counter target spell. 2, you can return target permanent to its owner's hand. 3, you can tap all creatures your opponent's control. And 4, you can draw a card.
Nice.
This card is nuts.
Ooh,
This
yeah.
card is this card to make this a Texas card was just stupid. But
Mhm.
it is a powerful card. Still works well in Commander. Still does the things. I mean, you choose them too. You can counter target spell, tap all creatures your opponent's control for a killer swing, or you can counter target spell and return target permanent to its owner's hand, or counter target spell and draw a card. Which I keep saying you can use counter target spell because some people usually use that the mostly. But you can switch these around to how you want. You can return target permanent to its owner's hand and draw a card, or you can tap all creatures your opponent's control and return all permanents to its owner's hand. But it is saucy. It is great. It is amazing. Yeah.
It's 4 mana, win the game.
4 mana, win the game. I mean,
That's totally
sleep
on
is a
my
powerful.
blue-red.
Yeah, sleep is a powerful card in limited. Costs 2 generic, 2 blue, and you tap all creatures your opponents control, and they don't untap their next opponent's untap step. This has sleep on it basically, and it counters a spell or it draws you a card. It's insane. And what are you guys' thoughts on this?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Sleep was a card that I ran when I first started playing Magic. Reminds me a lot of it, and you can choose 2 on this one.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tap all the creatures, and yeah, one of the other
Look,
options.
all I'm saying is, it's a powerful card. When this was in standard format, there was a 4-color deck that ran 4 copies of this card.
A
A 4-color deck.
Nice.
It was 4 CC. You played this, and you also played Cruel Ultimatum. That was kind of how the deck won.
And this is triple blue, so yeah,
Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's
That's
like
how you
running
know when a
something
card
like
is powerful.
this.
Yeah, the holy
Like
cow.
I'm playing 4 colors, and this is triple blue. I don't care. To be fair, we were kind of spoiled because we had the cycle of filter lands, which were the pay a red and a blue, or pay a red or a blue to add 2 blue or 2 red. Or red
yeah.
and blue.
Nice.
Yeah, you had those lands.
Those cards
Those were
are
standard too.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are. So I will say our mana base was a little spoiled. We also had reflection pool too, which was super helpful. Which is basically it. Adds 1 mana of any mana your mana could produce.
Yeah. That's true. That's insane. You had more perfect mana. You were spoiled. Spoiled. Now, for the picture of the day, we got boom. I found this. I'm like, I couldn't find this yesterday. Get a hold of yourself, Bob. The coffee's almost ready, and tomorrow's Friday. Hell yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. That's how I feel most days. I'm like, coffee now. Tomorrow's still coming. Yeah. It's amazing. It's awesome. It's funny. It's adorable. Kitties. Some people are dog people. Some people are cat people. Some people are just cats.
I'm about to be a chinchilla people.
Wow. That's a lot of dedication and commitment.
Yeah, my best friend acquired a chinchilla, and he was like, "Hey, do you want this?" I was like, "Sure, I'll take care of a chinchilla."
I mean, you're basically the lifeblood of that animal now once you have it.
Yep. Very true.
Yep. All right. Now, so today's topic is the trash that is Ravnica Remastered. Talking about how kind of mishandled it is. Like, for me personally, I feel like it's being mishandled on purpose, like sloppily. It's not being done right. And we actually got to define the topic today. And then you're going to hear me talk for like 15 minutes probably. There's a lot. And 15 minutes is probably not reality, but it is what it is. And so we're going to get you to define the topic. Woo woo. So, Ravnica Remastered is a set designed for everyone, or supposed to be for everyone, who's followed the Magic since 2005-ish, who loved the Ravnica City of Guild set. from the first. It was the first and most popular block in a while. It actually saved Magic the Gathering, like because Mirrodin was trash, like for the game, even though it is trash because it had too many powerful cards and synergies. Ravnica City of Guilds to Ravnica Allegiance, Gatecrash, Dragons Mazes, etc., starting after the 8th edition Modern Frame, and the first set to feature the gold border as a main feature. Introducing Ravnica Guilds, guild leaders, and interesting mechanics to describe Ravnica's diverse cultures, from Ghostly Orzhov, mafia-like bankers, Dimir spies, Gulgari underground army, and to the Boros soldiers and Azorious leaderships. It was a crazy, fun set. With 10 separate guilds, a world in a city, and an amazing rich history that was built upon it, WOTC has neglected the best attributes of the set. They've took out synergistic mechanic cards and things they deemed too complicated, which feels like a lie to me. For example, WOTC left out Cypher, but kept in Haunt, which Haunt is more of a confusing mechanic if you ask me. Now, taking out Undergrowth as a mechanic, because why? It's too easy with Dredge, probably. I don't know. The older border frames are like a smack in the face to a player like me. Old frames should not be part of this set. New frames, yes. But Ravnica embraced the modern 8th edition frame. So that should have been celebrated. Like gold leafing. The guild leaders should have been highlighted more and made the only cards to be serialized in the set. So much good could have been done. Instead, we got a sloppy mess of trash. I also conclude Ravnica Remastered should have been restricted to only cards from Ravnica-based sets, not War of the Spark, and not from other sets that had cards set in Ravnica. That excuse was BS. WOTC, not only are they killing my expectations of a good master set, they are destroying a dream. And it says, be right back. Huh? No, I'm kidding. That was a define the topic kind of thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
Time Capsule says blue sucks. Yeah, blue. Dark Raven hates the card of the day. But she also thinks chinchillas are amazing. So, how long have you guys been playing? I know Stay Sword been playing a long time. Dark Master?
I've been playing since the original Zendikar block.
Oh, so a little after. And
I mean, I still have some
Woo!
old Ravnica cards.
Hell yeah.
I like my Is It Gil. Did they bring
Mhm.
back the gates? Like, I'm looking a little at it now. There was a lot to Ravnica.
Yeah, there's 3 times we went to Ravnica. And first 2
Well,
times.
I see that they brought back Boards of Paradise, the one card that lost me a tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, Birds of Paradise. And they made it a serialized card, which is weird. Like I saw that, like for example, example showing share screen. Boom. Like for example, serialized cards. I got Niv Mizzet Perun, Birds of Paradise, Dream Events. Like these cards, well, the Shocklands could have been serialized. Fine. The guild leaders like Niv Mizzet, yes. Birds of Paradise, no. Birds of Paradise, like, no, it's not fun. And they put them in old border frames, which really just kills the mood for me for this treatment. Because, like, Stasis Orbs knows when I got into Magic, sure, we started a little before Ravnica came out. But Ravnica is one thing that sparked our enjoyment of the game. We were building decks, buying boxes. We're going crazy with it. You know, the nostalgia is there. And these old border frames, to me, are like a slap in the face. Like, that's like it was the first set to feature hybrid mana. And we loved the hybrid colors. We loved the guild leaders. We loved the weird mechanics. I mean, to the point where Stasis Orb even had a Hellbent deck that he just cherished. And yeah. Then we're getting full arts, full Shocklands, which is fine. Full art cards. But like Lord of the Void was in a Ravnica set, but Bruvac was not. The set's weird. It's going to be the last set to have draft boosters, all that fun jazz. But one thing I want to point out, and I only brought that up because you mentioned the Birds of Paradise. Birds of Paradise is a serialized card, which I don't understand. But like, so one of the things I was talking about is it was the first set to have gold border cards in the 8th edition frame. Like, here's an old border card. That's what it looked like back in the day. It was, and it was cool. It was back in the day. We thought it was pretty cool. And I think, and I mocked up. Give me a second. My mouse died. Luckily, my main camera cord works on the mouse.
And super fast Taurus, the reason why I always say Zendikar is because Zendikar is what actually drew me into Magic 100%.
Oh yeah, Zendikar was a good set.
The Drowsies was overpowered, and I always wanted to find ways to beat them. I remember building the Drowsy spawn deck that killed this Drowsy Titan deck. I just killed it with the spawns and raid bombardment. Like, yeah.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense, and like they were good sets. The first Zendikar block was amazing.
Transcendent Masters still one of my favorite cards.
Mm-hmm. All right, so kind of back on what I was talking about.
My bad.
No, you're good. You're completely fine. So this is the old original gold border. They could have done something like this. Now this is a mock-up. Like it, they could put more design to it, but I basically made gold leafing. Now this card looks kind of bland when you look at it, but if it was foil, I believe it would be amazing. And it would have been fun. It would have been neat. It would have been introduced to something new. They could have done something like this. They could have done better than this, but they should have celebrated the gold border frame, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Because it was unique. It was interesting. Going from this to that. Yeah. We lost Stasis Orb. No. He said he'll be right back. Boom. Time to feed the mouse. Woo. That's funny. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to bring up. And so, do you guys know what Cypher does in Ravnica?
I don't remember.
All right, so Cypher is a weird ability, and they left it out of the Ravnica Remastered because they said it was too complicated. So Ravnica Remastered said in Ravnica Remastered, Cypher was too complicated, and what it was is he had a spell, and it was kind of overcosted a little, like the spells. You got like you have this wheel card, something madness. I can't think of the name. It costs 2 generic, a blue and a black, and it says each player discards their hand, then draws cards equal to the player who discarded the most cards. Then add Cypher. So when you cast a spell, the spell resolves and Cypher resolves. Cypher attaches to a creature and becomes an ability on the card. Kind of like an aura, but it's now considered an ability. So that ability attaches to that spell. So when the creature deals combat damage to a player, the Cypher mechanic comes back up and triggers that ability. Right? Kind of complicated. But now we have Haunt in the set. Haunt says, and I'm going to do this as verbatim as I mentally can. Haunt says, when you cast a spell, target creature, you choose a target creature that, let me just look it up. My brain is having a hard time.
With Haunt?
Yeah.
Haunt basically when the creature enters the battlefield, it haunts a creature, and then when it dies, it attaches to that creature, and then whenever that creature dies, the trigger of the haunt effect happens.
Right. Right. Yeah. It says hunt. When this card is put in, no, hunt. When this card is put into a graveyard from play,
Oh,
remove
gotcha.
it
Okay,
from
so
the
when it
game,
dies.
haunting
Yeah.
target creature. There you go.
Yeah,
Dude.
it's basically an enchantment, basically. So when the creature dies, you put it on your opponent's creature or your own, but most of them, I think all of them are negative, so you probably don't want to put them on your creatures. But you haunt your opponent's creature, and then when that creature dies, you get the triggered effect. So, for
Right.
example, I think there's like a 2/2 that like when it dies, you can haunt a creature, and then when that creature dies, its controller loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life.
Right. So it's still just as complicated to me. And yeah, like when I read the card, I'm like, it's still easy to play. Cypher is the same way. But
Well, what does so what is Cypher? Sorry, I kind of was kind of.
all right, let me let me get back. Yeah, I'll read it from the card. There you go. Whispering Madness. This is my favorite Cypher card. Cypher. All right. Then you may exile this card encoded on a creature you control. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player, its controller may cast a copy of the encoded card without paying its mana cost. It's the same kind of deal with Haunt. It happens on trigger. It happens on cast. Like you cast it, it ciphers on and becomes a part of the creature. When the creature dies, the card remains exiled.
Got it. Okay. So
Not hard.
Not horrible. It's better than Haunt. Haunt was a terrible mechanic.
Right. And
because what would happen is your opponent would just trade his creature with your creature, and now you have no targets to haunt.
right. Exactly. So it made no sense. It made no sense.
Yeah, it had to be like your opponent had to have creatures in order for it to work. And if your opponent's just playing like a control deck and no creatures, and what are you to do? Like if they board wipe you, what are you putting all your haunt stuff on? Nothing.
Right.
So yeah, the mechanic was really bad. It was not good at all.
And it's in Ravnica Remastered, and Cypher is not.
That's so interesting. I mean, there was no. I don't think there was any rare cards that had haunt. Was there?
I think there was. I can't remember, but
Yeah,
not
because
many.
all the rares from that set, I felt like were like in black white, because that's where Hunt is from. Orzhov Guild was like was like all the rares were like sacrifice or return creatures from your graveyard. Like Teysa was like a 2 black, 2 white, 4/4. You can sacrifice. I think it was like 3 creatures to make a 1/1 spirit. Then you can sacrifice 3 1/1 spirits to exile target creature.
Right. Yeah, there's a rare card with Haunt. There was one. It was called Grave Dominator. It's from Guild Pact.
Okay.
It costs 4 generic, 2 white, 4/4 flying Haunt. Whenever Dominator comes into play or the creature haunts is put into the graveyard, each other creature becomes a 1/1 until turn.
Strange.
It is strange.
Yeah. Well, at least like it was saying, like there wasn't like anything like I imagine that card is not in Ravnica Remastered, right? Like they're not gonna bring that card back. I mean,
right. That's just weird. But what I want to get down to now is the treatments. So I want to stick to the treatments because I can go for on about how they didn't bring Undergrowth back, right? And I think, and my quick opinion on it is they didn't bring Undergrowth back because it's too easily fed by Dredge, and they wanted to bring Dredge back. So
yeah, that'd be busted. Combining them both,
right? Which is fine. Which would have been fine. It's the ultimate draft experience. When you build your cube, your Ravnica cube, have at it. Have any of you, besides Stasis Orb, because because I know his answer is yes. Has any of you, Dark Master or MTG, Hibili, ever played a Ravnica set?
I played the one Ravnica set when they came back to it with Jace and all that.
Right. So like Dragon's Maze.
Yeah, that was that one.
Hillbilly's shaking his head no.
I haven't.
I played that one.
That's one reason why I'm more like the set coming out. However, I do wish if they're going to bring the set out, they'd bring all the cards back instead of leaving some out. That's the only drawback.
It looks
Right.
like a lot's going to be left out.
A lot is being left out.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, if they reprinted every Ravnica card,
Then
That'd
yeah,
be
that's
fun.
going to be a big set.
That's
They
huge.
went from 3 packs to 2 packs
right.
because they didn't want to keep printing stuff, which I want them to go back to 3 packs, honestly.
Right. Well, like the one thing I'm disappointed about the most is I was expecting more of a cube styled set that looked flavorful and fun based off the set, based off watching other people and their cubes, Ravnica style cubes. And this really lacks the flavor that a lot of people put their heart and soul into.
I mean, they're going by sets now. They're not going by blocks. So they
Right.
can just do it by bring them all back as in sets.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not doing blocks no more.
So our
So you're referencing though, Derek, what you're trying to talk about is like you wanted this set to be like a draft set.
Mhm.
To
Yeah.
where like the draft format would be just spicy, all the best of red, blue, all the best of all 10 guilds, right?
as much as
Okay.
possible.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be really cool, but yeah, it seems like they were just more focused on,
Treatments.
yeah, exactly. Like the retro border and stuff like that, turning cards into old school and so on and so forth. So I get that. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure the draft experience is going to be fun, and I'm pretty sure you can experience some, you'll play some. I mean, regardless, you're going to open up a booster pack if you're at a draft, and you're going to see a card that you've played with in the past. Well, if you played any of the Ravnica sets, I mean, I've been there I think I've played every pre-release for Ravnica,
Right.
and yeah, I'm glad. I'm just gonna say so. I'm really glad Wizards of the Coast stepped away from the seeded packs or whatever it was, where you because if you played any of the newer Ravnicas outside the old one, because the original OG one was they didn't have this much options for us. But when Ravnica came back, I think it was the second time, which was what, Gatecrash, Dragon's Maze, and that was the second time. Yeah. So it went back to Ravnica. Yeah. You got to choose your guild for the pre-release. Time for the pre-release, you choose what guild you want to pick, and then you would get, a seeded pack that had cards from that guild that you can use in your deck, and it was very strange. I'm glad they kind of stepped away from that, though.
Well, there were people that were getting packs that really had nothing playable in them. That happened a couple times, even on our pre-release. People got.
I mean, it's not just that, but it's also like you would get you get your pack, and then you could open up something like it increased your chances of getting a really bomby card in that guild.
Yeah,
it heavily increased it. So basically, you're just like, well, I mean, before the pre-release came out, like a week prior, when everyone was pre-signing up and everything like that, people were like, everyone was discussing, oh, what's the best guild to play? And everyone was like, well, I think red white has the best blah 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 blah, or green blue
Boros.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Boros or whatever. And
I do a combination of Boros and Is It.
Yeah, exactly. Like Is It was also the other one. So like everybody would pick Is It, or everybody would pick Boros, and you'd get like maybe one or two people that would pick the other colors. But it was like, oh, Boros won this event. Oh, Is It won this event. Oh, Gruul won this event. Like it was just like it was so obvious. Like you're like, oh, these cards are busted, so we'll just pick the best guild. It's not about it's not about picking your favorite guild. It's about picking the best guild.
right.
Like it wasn't fun. Like I think that kind of ruined that limited format pretty heavily.
And I always pick the best guild. That's why I always played Simic.
You've been a Simic player since dawn.
Right.
When you're jumping up for joy and happiness when you open up a cytoplasm manipulator, you know.
No,
you're a Simic
you got
player.
that wrong. I was jumping up in joy when you opened up the
Oh yeah,
cytoplasm
that's true.
manipulator.
And then I traded to you for like I think it was like a red
Shockland. It was the
Shockland. Yeah.
This
They're
was
like,
like
I will give it.
like your card was like $1 card. Mine card was like a $8-10 card, and I just traded it with no hesitation.
It's all good. I gave Craig 3 Corlash Heir to the Black Blades for 3 of Rorik's Blade Wing, the red version of Corlash. And I got wrecked on that deal. Corlash at the time was like $15-20, and Rorik's was only like a $3, $2 card.
Right. Well, because we cared about what the card did for us more.
Yeah,
than we
exactly.
Did
Yeah, it was more about what how our decks played. It's like, well, I don't have a use for this, and Craig had that zombies deck, so Corlash fit perfectly in his deck.
That zombie deck was insane.
Yeah, he did a lot of work. Well, I hate to say I have to dip, but I need to dip out. I got somewhere I have to go. Sorry, I have to leave the show early. Be sure to like and subscribe to everyone here, and take care, guys. Have a good one.
All right. See you later. Stay sorted. Thank you for dropping by.
Oh, for sure.
Perfect timing. Because we are in the half point of the show. Really quick, at the half point of the show, we sponsor out Cardsutopia.com, our channel sponsor, who sells sweet, amazing dice bags like this. Yes, that dice bag is so sweet. You could own that collection. $45, $5 shipped, high quality stitching. And I realized Hillbilly's blocked, so he can't show his dice bag. I'm sorry. But you know what I can show you? I can show you these lapel pins that she's selling. Pretty sweet lapel pins. All sweet lapel pins. And today's the last day where you can get this sweet dragon dice lapel pin for $5. $5. That's pretty awesome. That D20 hoarding dragon is insane. Go to the website now. Check it out. Skip the show. Go to the website. Buy stuff. Have fun. and don't spend money you don't have if you can't. All right. No, look, there's Hillbilly with his dice bag. Woo-hoo!
Yeah, he was showing it right there on the side, which was funny.
Oh, yeah. Man, what a great day. What a great time. Oh, All right. So how are you guys doing today? Like, chilling, relaxing?
I'm doing
pretty
right.
good. Wrestling up for that Commander game at 2 o'clock.
He's excited about the Commander game. He's licking his chops. He's like, Commander. He's like my cat's waiting for soft food.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm the one that eats soft food.
Yeah. So we feed our cats twice a day. At night, I give a heaping sized bowl of dry food, so it'll last all day through the night from the night. Then at lunchtime, around 1:30, 1:40ish, I feed them soft food. Well, the cats love soft food when they start rubbing up against you. They start calling your attention. They're looking at you all strange, just sitting down, staring at you like it's time for the most amazing meal of the day. Lily, my orange cat, like yesterday, she was jumping on my lap and everything when it's time to feed her. She was all going crazy, insane. She's like, look, it's time to feed me. It's time to feed me. And she's giving me like those evil eyes. It's like, dude, it's 2 o'clock. It's past 1:40. Feed me. Yeah. No, so cat life,
I'm more of a dog person.
Yeah, that's right. He can be a dog person. I don't have to take my animals outside to go potty.
I actually don't own a dog, so I don't need one. I don't have to take any animal outside to use potty.
That's my biggest excuse when people say I'm a dog person. I own a dog. I'm like, well, I don't have to take my animal outside in the winter when it's deadly cold to go potty.
I have to take care of me.
Yeah.
All I do is just let mine run free out back.
Right.
Open the door and say, "Go potty." Run out there and potty, get too cold, and they run back in.
Woo.
They
Too
know
cold.
what home is.
It's chill-tastic. It's fun. It's crazy. So Dark Master saying you got into Zendikar, you love Zendikar. I'm taking you started in the newer Zendikar, right?
The oldest in the car.
So with the Annihilator?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That was a really fun set. Well, I wasn't sure because you were talking about some cards I think were from the
The
newer set.
original Eldrazi Titans.
I still needed Ulamog for my Eldrazi deck, like the original Ulamog. But man, that was a great set. I remember building a mono green deck.
Oh, you probably would hate me if I told you this one story. I had this Eldrazi Titan deck. You know how expensive those Eldrazi Titans are now.
Like converted mana cost, right?
No, like costs.
Oh yeah, okay.
Well, I ended up throwing one into the toilet and flushing it because I got salty in the game.
Oh,
Should not have done that.
ow!
Well, anyways, I have a friend who traded for a Emrakul the Aeon's Torn, put it in his pocket and forgot about it and washed his jeans.
Ow!
And he traded huge for it at the time. When it was like a $50 card, I'm like, ouch.
Yeah, those Eldrazi's was a pain. Definitely back in the first sets. The level up cards, I made a lot of level up decks. Just tried to destroy these drowsy decks. And then I built this simple one. It was like a drowsy spawn with raid bombardment. It was a card like raid bombardment. And I attack with 20 of these drowsy spawns, 1/2s, and next thing you know, they deal in 20 damage because of this one card effect.
Right. Oh, that's kind of how it worked. My mono green deck was a Eldrazi spawn. Ramp out your Eldrazi as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Now I have a Naya deck whose commander is Rocco Carabetti Caterer, who tutors. And if I get enough mana, I can tutor straight for an Eldrazi and put it into play with a haste engine so it can turn sideways. It sucks because Emrakul the Aeon's Torn is banned in Commander, so can't run an OG Emrakul.
Oh, well, at least it's banned.
But all the other Eldrazi's are not banned. Nope. So that's why I need to get myself a Ulamog the Infinite Gyre. Because I just want all the classic Eldrazi's in there. You know?
I want to get a hold of the classic werewolves and then get these new school werewolves that's in Arena now.
Right?
These new sets.
Yeah.
Build a commander deck off of that.
I can't remember the dude's name. The transforming red-green legendary werewolf.
The one colorless red-green?
Not one colorless red-green. He costs like 5. And he fights a creature when he transforms, and he buffs the creature when he transforms.
Is it from the old set or the newer one?
It's middle of the road. It was before Island Court, I believe. Or right when Island Court came out. Let's see. Is this the right folder? No. Not the right folder. I could probably Google it, but I like looking for cards. No, this is such a mess. I need to organize my cards better. Ah. Oh, where are you? Where are you? He costs 5 mana. Yeah. All right, I'll just Google it really quick. Be easier. I like looking through real cards when possible. But GG. All right. I'm looking. There's a ton of werewolves in Magic, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not a Hut Masters of the Fells. He was good back in the day. But he was not legendary either, which is weird.
I mean, was it like the 4 set when the werewolves first, like one of the 4 sets when the werewolves came out? There wasn't really many legendary ones.
Right. That's not it. That's the flip side. I'm trying to find this. Oh, there's a page 2. Yeah, I want to know the name. I should probably just type in legendary. But nope, I didn't. There you go. Ulrich of the Crawling Horde. Ulrich of the Crawling Horde costs 3 generic, red and green. This picture's very choppy, so I'm not going to share it. Costs 5 mana for a 4/4. Whenever this creature enters the battlefield or transforms into Ulrich the Crawling Horde, target creature gets +4/+4 until end turn. At the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells were cast last turn, transform Ulrich of the Crawling Horde. He transforms into Ulrich Uncontested Alpha. Whenever this creature transforms into Ulrich Uncontested Alpha, you may have it fight target non-werewolf creature you control or you don't control. Wow, that's kind of weird. Non-werewolf creature because it's uncontested.
Yeah, I'm going against another werewolf deck then.
Right. At the beginning of your upkeep, if a player casts 2 or more spells last turn, transform Ulrich of the Crawling Horde. So, I actually played this guy in Standard, and he was great. Like, people just misunderstood the card because he was more of a control card for Gruul, like the way he played with him, more than he was a aggressive card. And that just didn't synergize with people's brains because you would not play a spell on your turn just to flip him to fight a creature, to remove a creature. Then your opponents or you would play 2 spells on your opponent's turn, so he'd transform back to give a creature.
Kind of like the Brutal Calflaw, how I use it more for the Exile and things that's gonna hurt my deck. Then I use it for the Force Strike, transformed into the werewolf. I use its human side more than its werewolf.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing. Pretty good. Pretty solid. And, this is one of those things you had to wrap your brain around. How do you use it? And it worked well. And I built a standard deck around him, and it did well. It was pretty beast. It was pretty tier for a standard deck. It wasn't tier 1, but it was pretty, like, a lot of people had troubles dealing with it because I played it correctly. And that was the case with Ulrich, because you had to play it correctly or you weren't doing it right at all. Because my deck was like Jund colors in Standard, and I used dead weight and other spells that removed creatures and just kept my creatures small or dead. So when he fought a creature, they would die easily. So it was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, just like Hillbilly's beard. Just chilling there. Oh, you know what time it is? Oh my lord.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you could say it this time and be correct.
What?
Ads. Yes. Movers and shakers. Boop. Ads. Advertisements. All right. Top 5 cards going up today. You got 2218 plus 14%. That's a pretty good spike for Bloodthirsty Adversary. Doing good things. Now going up plus 5%, 2147. You got Traxxer Grand Unifier. Whoop whoop. Then plus 4%. This card is creeping up there pretty decent. 2650, you got Virtue of Loyalty. Now, this card I haven't seen in a while. Plus 13%. That's a big growth. $5.18. You got Murex. That land. Whoop, whoop. Then plus 1%. Stabilizer right now. 45.69. You got Agathos.
Excuse me, sorry.
You're good. Bless you. Going down. 7% Death Cap Glade is just chilling there. Yeah, it's chilling. Down 3%. We got $38. You got Baseja Who Endures. Just chilling there. Pretty much stabilizing. Then down 4% to 1087. You got Herberask doing Herberask things. Then down 4% at $9. You got Fairy Mastermind. Fairy Mastermind doing pretty good. Then the last card on the list, and they down 3%. $11.10. You got Leyline Binding. Just chilling out, doing chilling out things. Woo woo. Then for the modern cards, going up and down, we got plus 7%, $32 even. We got Sword of Feast of Famine. Whoop whoop. Going up plus 5%, $28.40. You got Credit of Behemoth. Yes. You got up to $20.99, which is good to see this card spike up a little. You got Damnation. Whoop whoop. And you got another version of Credit Hoof Behemoth, plus 4%, about $30. Doing pretty good. That's the Avison Restored original version. And the last card going up, 5%, $21.98. You got Bitter Blossom. Bitter Blossom doing pretty good. Love Bitter Blossom. Still need a copy. Then going down at $36, down 4%. You got Ulamog the Infinite Gyre. Speaking of the devil, he should be. 12.18 down 6%. You got Elish Norn, Grandson of Bite. Just chilling. Just chilling. Yeah, look, just sitting there. Looking pretty. Then down -1%, just sitting there, not doing much. At $70.95. This used to be a 50-cent card. Might break chat. Just doing my break chat things. Then down 2%, $29.27. You got Endurance. Just chilling there. Doing nothing. Then the last card on the list, down -4%, you got Grave Pact. And just because I see it's a big drop, -7%, $765, you got Lone Mage Mentor. I did not know that card was so much. I have a copy of him somewhere. Whoop, whoop. All right.
I think I do too.
That has been the Movers and Shakers. Whoop, whoop. Don't look so excited there, Hillbilly.
I'm just relaxing.
Let's see. Screen. And we're just chilling, vibing, doing good. Any good news for you guys today from you guys?
Well,
I woke up this morning. I've been editing for 3 different channels now. And those sub counts shot all the way up to 24. And before I went to sleep last night, they was only at like maybe 15, 16.
nice.
So that made me feel good.
Good. Working hard. Working it.
Oh, I'm pretty set on my videos for a minute now. I just need to catch up with some other stuff like Minecraft, and which I haven't really had no motivation to play Minecraft ever since I left the Nomadcraft SMP.
I haven't played Minecraft in a long time. It's gotten too convoluted and complicated for my simple brain.
Never played it.
Oh, they've added so much to Minecraft.
Well, back in the day when I was playing Minecraft heavily, as me, my wife, and my daddy-os would make CTM maps. If you know what CTM maps are. Then they got some updates that didn't do too much, and they created the code so you can do the cheats to like copy things and stuff, and it just got more exciting. Then they started introducing different animals for different specs, like the drowned. Then,
the drowned.
Then their biggest update that threw me off was the Netherworld, where they just created a whole tough world in the Netherworld. That place is hard to live by itself, and they decided to create life there. I'm like,
1.16 a day.
Right?
Wow.
So, because like how we used to create CT maps is we'd all jump in a server, go to the Netherworld where it was void, basically hot death void, and we'd create a circle, and we'd branch off different directions with circle, like 36 blocks, because every block is like 6 blocks in the real world. So when you go like 36 blocks away, and sometimes further, you'd spawn in different far points of the world. So you
On the
could play,
surface, yeah.
right? So you could play the world, build, and be invasive. Then we'd create like a home base where you have the monument, the monument wall with the things for each people to collect their CTM map pieces, and we'd go to each other people's world and play those maps survival, and I was really good at that. And I say I was really good. The wife was good at it too. Dad was more methodic about it. Like he was more about mazes and stuff. I was about making the map feel more realistic to the game, just difficult traps and things. Oh man. And Casey was all about making things look neat and puzzly. So it was interesting. But yeah, like if you ever played Minecraft and you know what a CT map, it means complete the monument. The monument was an Easter egg hunt for certain items. And like you can have like different kind of colors of wool. There are rules. There are rules if you're looking for different kinds of wool that you cannot shear sheep, dye the wool, or anything. You got to find the piece of wool yourself. It was fun. I loved those games.
Maybe you can get back into it and we can do a collab on something like that.
I have to really get back to it. I still got the cheats. Oh, I play off the system though, the PS4.
Well, it's cross-platform.
Yeah, but I still got a paper full of cheats. If I ever got back into it, it'd be interesting. But that's a lot of dedication and hours. Have you ever built a CTM map before?
No, but I'm definitely willing to try it. It would be fun.
Oh man, that's asking for a full-time job and no pay.
Wow.
Growth to the channel.
Right.
If you decide to show it.
Right. I mean, I could stream the build and everything, but that'd be crazy. I don't know. We'll have to think about it. My brain can't wrap
Put it up
around
there
it.
in the ideal box.
Right. Right now, I can't really dedicate anything to that because my brain space is taken up by Daddy-O's, which sadly I can't talk about on the live right now. But, looking at the time, it is a good time to start shilling, and we'll start with Darkmaster. Start shilling your channel.
Hey everyone, I am a YouTuber, also an editor. I do content over on Darkmaster Gaming, working on getting that 1,000 subs. Been doing it for several years. It's a great hobby, just something I enjoy doing. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Boom.
Hey, everybody. Hey, y'all know me, MTG here, Billy. And I have started doing Commander at 2 o'clock. Instead of doing Arena, I changed my stream to do one Arena, which is 9 a.m. Central Time, and then 2 o'clock Commander. And if you want to play Commander, you got a Commander deck, be sure to join the Discord, and you'll see a link when I start the game at 2 o'clock. There'll be a link to spell table. And come on over and let's play some Commander.
Ooh, all right. Tonight is Friday night, and we play Metroid Prime tonight. We're gonna have fun time playing, starting at 8 p.m. It's gonna be awesome. You know, we're gonna have a regular group there, people watching, enjoying the game. Hope to see you guys later tonight here on the channel, supporting, being amazing, subscribing, being amazing, and most important, being amazing. Did I say you're amazing? I'm just making sure I said amazing. I don't know if I said it, but yeah, you're amazing. And I want to thank everybody for being here. Darkmaster Gaming, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Hillbilly, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, right. And you guys in chat, Dark Raven, Time Capsule, to Lawson, everybody showed up. Thank you. You're amazing. You're awesome. You're crazy. crazy for me. No, I'm kidding. You're crazy. Have a wonderful day, everybody.
Shockwave! What is your command, Megatron?
Subscribe for Magic the Gathering and other content for evil fun.
Fear not, Megatron.